Finish this sentence. Our show at blank was almost perfect until blank.
Our show in Shanghai was almost perfect until the monsoon came in. So much that we were setting up on stage, right? And the water started getting above our ankles. And we got a little bit soaked.
We got rained out for
Yes,
sure.
we decided we couldn't play, packed up all the gear, and the promoter decided, well, there's a lot of people here to see Silverstein, and they're really disappointed because we've never been to China before. So, Shane, would you mind playing a few acoustic songs? So I said, all right, well, I don't have an acoustic guitar, so they gave me this pretty nice one. And I walked out, and it was literally like I'm hit my first chord, and it just starts coming down again. And Billy came over with an umbrella and held the umbrella over me while I performed in the pouring rain.
And the acoustic guitar got completely ruined, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a nice Taylor.
There was like a fish swimming in it at the end.
What was your first impression of your bandmates?
I've been doing a Bill one for a while where he's kind of like, ooh, I love craft beer, something like that. That's good.
Well, I remember when Paul...
Oh, you did an actual impression.
You're giving actual
impersonation.
Yeah.
Here's my impression of Paul.
Yeah.
That's all I do, yeah.
So I think what you're asking really is when we first met each other, what did we think? I don't know. It was almost 20 years ago.
I thought Paul was kind of a weirdo, to be honest.
There you go.
I mean,
While you were very quiet, you were wearing a visor.
Cool.
I don't think I was wearing a
That got
visor.
cool again.
Oh, I can picture the visor.
I definitely was not wearing a visor.
But you had it. You
I
had a
definitely
cell.
had a ball cap.
You have to remember, this is like the year 2000. He had a cell phone and a pager, both. I was like,
Yeah, it was 2000. That's how you got around.
the man has always been handling business.
If
know?
you've
He's,
got- I
taking
guess
care
so.
of business.
Yeah.
But if you've got a cell phone, why do you need a pager?
So you can call them back.
Because you didn't have unlimited minutes back
on your
then.
pager?
You were like 30 minutes a
You
month.
get the page,
Yeah.
and you see, do I need to call this person
Yeah,
back or not?
exactly.
But why don't they just call you to begin
Dude,
with?
pagers were like $5 a
Because the
month. It was
minutes.
amazing.
Okay, we're
I
trying
had a
to
pager.
Yeah, this
I had a pager
we're
too.
taking too long on this.
All right, Bill Man the Hat.
What have we got? Which member of Silverstein is most likely to use another member's toothbrush?
Oh God.
Definitely Shane, not even close.
Get the fuck out of
He
here.
doesn't care. You would use any toothbrush. I think you would use a toothbrush you found on the ground.
I feel Josh has no discrimination against toothbrushes.
Yeah, no, it might be me.
Right?
Yeah, I'm easy. I
Yeah,
don't care.
I feel like Josh is like, give me your toothbrush, I'll give you mine.
I think Shane's like the. I'm not throwing you on the bus here. I just think I've seen you like an open drink on the bus. Like I think it's probably mine. I don't know. I'll just drink it. Like
Open. I feel like an open drink on the bus is
It's
a
not the
little
same,
different
yeah.
than a toothbrush.
You ever do the finger
personally.
toothbrush though? When you forget your toothbrush, a little toothpaste on the finger.
yeah, but
done
I
it.
wouldn't use your finger for
No,
example.
don't use my finger. Here, let me just help you out there. Let me get back to those molars.
What's the one lyric that Silverstein will be remembered for?
I think Bill's definitely got something here.
Something about daggers.
Something daggers.
It'll probably be misquoted. It'll probably be like,
You taunt my
you
heart.
taunt my heart.
Yeah, let's go with that.
You
That's
taunt my heart is the one we're going to
Yeah.
be remembered for.
That's a good
Yeah,
one. Yes.
That's good. That's
Yes.
nice.
I wonder if anybody has that tattooed. Like, oh no.
Oh my God, I bet they do.
Oh
They
honey,
do.
no. That's what you heard, but that's not the lyric. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Who are you being right now?
Oh no, honey. Just being myself. If Silverstein were stuck on a desert island, who would be the most likely to eat the others to stay alive?
Josh, for sure.
Yeah, Josh. 100% Josh.
He's vegan.
I am vegan,
Yeah.
but in a pinch, I don't know.
I've seen him
Survival's
eat.
at risk.
I've seen him late at night
I-
eat all the food on the
I think
bus.
Hallmark's pretty practical. It's like, well, survive, die,
Yeah.
eat the others. I feel like you're very like black and white, binary kind of guy.
Yeah, I also think that I think my survival skills are pretty sharp these days, so I think I'd just more than likely be one of the last ones alive. So I
Sure,
just
yeah.
have to eat when you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
I would use their toothbrush after they ate the last person.
Well, I mean, they're not going to use it anymore. It's over.
So
It's
It's
a
over.
long one. Long boy. What is the most embarrassing thing you've done around your bandmates? Oh, the list is long.
How do I pick just one?
I feel like we're all just like pretty thoroughly embarrassing as it is. The bar's like hard to go under.
Everyone's taking tumbles,
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like what we do in general just I mean, any band really, it's like can be pretty embarrassing. You're really putting yourself out there for failure every step of the way. I just messed up my words right there. It's just gonna happen.
It's so embarrassing.
All the time. Well, yeah.
I'm ashamed to be sitting.
You're
here
kind of
and
just,
messing it.
but you're just kind of like put on this platform of embarrassment all the time.
I've been left.
And yet, 19
truck
years
stop
later, we
toilets.
still do this.
Yeah,
All
were
in
you?
house toilets.
Was anyone in the band near you when you got forked up in a porta
I don't
potty
think
at
anyone
work
was
tour?
near, so
Doesn't count.
Yeah, but I definitely got lifted up on a forklift while I was in a porta potty on Warped Tour more than once.
Who is most likely to Google Silverstein? Paul. It's not. He's got to.
He's checking the analytics,
Yeah,
getting those stats.
Need to see what people are talking
You
about.
you want to live your dream? And
Yeah.
When was the
let me
last
put this on
time?
you
When
backwards
was the
here?
last time you Googled Silverstein?
Probably a couple
Like
of days
today,
ago.
we just released the song.
Yeah, we released a new song, Burn It Down, stream it now everywhere.
I don't know if I ever. I'm not sure I have, but
What's the most embarrassing thing a viewer of this video has ever done? Not check out our new tune.
Burn It Down, streaming everywhere.
Yeah, burn it down. Check it out. Things have definitely changed. I don't know. I think we started out trying to be a screamy Get Up Kids, and now we're something that's not that at all. That.
But I think we've always made music that we wanted to enjoy.
Yeah.
Like, it was like songs that we would want to listen to, that's something that was, same thing back in 2000, and our tastes evolved, and everybody's evolved, and 19 years later, we released a new song called Burn It Down, streaming everywhere, I believe.
On all DSPs?
On everything. You got your Spotifys, your Apples.
What about Deezer?
Deezer, it's going to be there.
Wow.
In 2000, when we started our band, I remember there was this thing called mp3.com, and that was like the first place that we ever felt like we were reaching people with our music. It wasn't just like selling CDs or 7 inches at shows. It was like, oh, we got this thing called the internet that we put up one song on mp3.com, and someone in like Australia heard it.
And who was that person, Bill?
I don't know, who was it?
You know who it is. You were just talking about this.
Oh, the Parkway Drive guy. Yeah.
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 That was funny.
Hey, he had our shirt.
He
Before
had a
we'd
shirt.
ever
I
set
don't
on
even
tour.
think that we ever like released that shirt. We ever brought it on tour or anything. It was like
How'd he get that?
How'd he
shirt?
get that
the
shirt?
internet.
He must have ordered it from my parents' basement.
He must have.
Yeah.
.com?
It's kind of a cool little tidbit there. The early days of the band, my mom and dad basically ran our merch store, our online store. So if you bought anything online from, I guess like 2001 to 2006, probably, maybe even later. My mom and dad would have shipped it right from their basement in Oakville, Ontario.
I definitely remember when we would first set out on tour in the early days. Paul would go to the trouble of map questing. If you remember the website MapQuest, where you could put in destinations and it would tell you how to get from A to B.
We have something like that now.
We do. What's it called? Maps. Google Maps. Yeah,
Apple Maps, yeah.
I'm
It's
an
good.
Apple Maps guy.
I'm a Google Maps guy. What?
Nobody's an Apple Maps guy. That's the worst.
But yeah, he would go to this website and put in the destination from venue to venue and print them out, and we would have them in a 3-ring binder on the dashboard of the van. But then we would go crash at a kid's house on their floor and have to figure out how to get from that house back to the highway and back en route to the next venue. And then, the advent of GPSs and then being available right on your phone.
Yeah, but the thing is, we didn't have smartphones.
We
didn't
didn't
have
back
cell
then,
phones.
no.
We went to America with like
Calling card and go to the
quarters and calling
payphone to call
cards, yeah.
home.
I remember the first Alternative Press interview that we ever did. We didn't have any cell phones at all or anything, so we stopped at a truck stop, and I got on a payphone and I called our label Victory Records, and they collect, and they patched me in with whoever it was at AP to talk to them. So that was where the first interview was conducted, on the side of the road somewhere. And that's just the way we did things. We used to talk to each other a lot more. Seriously, you're sitting in the van for 6 hours without any phones or anything. All we did was listen to music and get naked because it was so hot.
Because we didn't have AC in the van.
And the van heater was permanently stuck on.
Yeah.
But you could make grilled cheeses on it.
Yeah,
It was
That happened at least several times.
Yeah.
I think I'm a little nostalgic for the the sense of adventure. I mean, there's still a lot of unknown in our day-to-day, but it is a little more scheduled out and a little more...
We can change that, Josh. We can remove the schedule and just, like, see what happens.
I'm saying
a sketchy tour.
That's the thing about nostalgia, though, right? Like, it's a longing for that, but do you actually want to go back to that? No. You just, like,
let's see. We should do a short, sketchy tour and see. Like, no phones.
Just crashing on. Yeah. We don't know where we're sleeping.
The last time we did that was my idea, Prince Edward Island, Canada. I said, hey, I know, we've graduated a little bit from these roughing it days, sleeping on people's floors, but let's do it tonight. And the night that happened, a bat landed on my face while I was sleeping. So that's out.
Okay? The most recent example of that is when we flew to the Ukraine and we're like, let's get an old sketchy van and drive to Russia, because that sounds like a good idea in the middle of the winter.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, so I think we've had a more recent taste of that. It was like even more extreme than the early days.
Yeah.
Hello, you're hanging out with Silverstein?
That's us.
I feel like we gotta do something.
Don't you have a podcast? Silverstein, all content, AP, subscribe.
You're hanging out with Silverstein. For all the best content for all your favorite bands, go subscribe at APTV.